Hey everyone, welcome back to Howled Abyss. Today I'm starting this diorama with an old picture frame I found. Figured it'd make a perfect base for the diorama. The scene I'm building today is a snowy one, with a massive mammoth marching through the cold, carrying two orcs on its back. To build up the terrain, I'm cutting some thin foam sheets and gluing them down to create a nice foundation for the snow-covered landscape. To break up the flatness of the base, I'm adding smaller pieces of foam and carving them into shape to form some gentle hills. I'd hand glue them down and use some heavy weight things to make sure they stay in place. I casted some plaster rocks using woodland scenics molds. I'd hand cut them to shape and glued them along the hillside using some hot glue. Now I'm mixing up a rough base coat out of Mod Podge, plaster, a bit of sand and some brown paint. I will cover the whole base with this mix, and this will help everything blend together, look more natural and add some grit to the ground. I am now spreading the mixture over everything, making sure I cover all the foam. I am also using some gloves to make sure the mixture gets into the crevices of the stone. Once this all dries, it will become a solid, textured surface. While I wait for the base to dry, I'm painting some pine trees I created in Blender and 3D printed them. To get that needle texture, I start by adding some glue to the branches and layer them with some long dry grass flocking. It gives the later upcoming layers something to grab onto. After the first layer, I cover the trees with some spray glue from the top and go in with the same long grass flocking, building it up slowly. Now comes the green layer. This is where the pine needle effect really starts to show. Again, I'm using some spray glue, covering the tree from the top. I then add some green grass flocking over the branches, in 2 different layers. And to finish it off, I'm adding some wooden scenics fake snow to the branches, to bring in the cold element I want for the diorama. I drilled a hole into the base and the tree, adding a wire to the tree and using a bit of industrial super glue to attach the tree to the diorama. I am now using some villager earth texture to cover the ground and spread it out with a rough brush. I am now painting the rocks using several watered down shades of grey. I let the paint soak into the plaster rocks and added the other layers of paint while it's still wet, so it all blends together more naturally. This makes them look more realistic. I added some glue to the ground and used a static grass applicator to add some patches of grass. Now for the snow. I mixed wooden scenic snow with some Mod Podge, a 50-50 mix, making sure it becomes a thick paste. I then spread it all over the diorama, keeping the rocks mostly clear since snow tends to melt or blow off them quicker in real life. Time to paint the mammoth. This beast is from Rescale Miniatures. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me so far. If you're enjoying this and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. With the painting done, I'm placing the mammoth and 2 more trees into the diorama. I drilled holes and added some wire to keep everything in place and sturdy. I'm going over the mammoth and the new trees with the same snow paste. And then I covered everything with some more fake snow to tie it all together. To finish up, I'm painting the edges of the diorama black and removing the masking tape. And now onto the finished product.